The alien princess whispered his name, and the stars went silent. The galaxy was vast, and danger always lurked in the shadows. Yet for the first time, Elias felt a sense of purpose stronger than fear. Humans, fragile though they were, had survived against overwhelming odds. They had acted where logic alone could not prevail, and their courage had turned the tide. Seraphine stood beside him, her violet eyes reflecting the starlight. She seemed smaller now, fragile in appearance, but the aura around her suggested a quiet power that could shape worlds. Elias had learned to see beyond appearances, to understand that strength was not always in size or weaponry. It was in heart, in courage, and in the willingness to act when others hesitated. "You have changed the fate of my people," she said softly. "But more than that, you have shown that humans can touch the stars in ways I never imagined. That is something rare, something precious." Elias nodded. "We did it together, humans and your people. We combined our strengths, and we survived." She smiled, faint but genuine. "Yes, but it was your courage, your ingenuity, and your hope that turned the impossible into reality. Humans, you carry a spark the galaxy cannot ignore." The words warmed him in a way he had never expected. Elias looked out across the valley, watching the rivers pulse with light, the crystal forests sway in the breeze, and the floating mountains casting gentle shadows. In this fragile, beautiful world, he realized something profound. Humanity had a place in the universe, not as conquerors, but as allies, innovators, and guardians. The following days were filled with preparation. Seraphine's people had begun to recover, their energy restored by the protection of the planet and the ingenuity of the humans. Elias and his crew worked alongside them, learning the subtle ways of the world, how to channel its energy, how to anticipate the natural rhythms, and how to act in ways that were both delicate and effective. Humans had faced countless challenges, but this was different. Here they had to respect the world, understand it, and act with precision and care. Elias noticed a change in his crew as well. They were no longer just explorers or soldiers. They were partners in a fragile ecosystem, working with alien technology and energies beyond human comprehension. Their confidence grew, tempered by respect for the world and the stakes they now faced. Humans were fragile, yes, but they were capable of greatness when they acted with purpose. One morning, as the twin suns of Seraphine's world rose, casting a soft golden light over the valley, a signal reached Elias. It was weak but unmistakable. The Harmony were returning, larger and more determined than before. Elias felt a surge of tension, but he did not falter. Humans had survived before, and they would survive again. The lessons learned in the valley, the trials of the crystals, and the battle against the fleet had prepared them for this moment. Seraphine approached him, her expression calm but serious. "This will be the true test. If they succeed, the lake and my people will be lost. But if we act together, we can turn the battle into something greater than a fight. We can show the galaxy that humans are not just fragile, they are capable of changing destiny." Elias nodded. "Then we'll do it. We'll act, we'll adapt, and we'll survive, together." The battle began as the Harmony fleet emerged from the nebula, their dark ships casting long shadows across the valley. This time, they had learned from their previous defeat and moved with greater coordination. Yet Elias and his crew were ready. Using what they had learned, they created layers of defense, combining the energy of the rivers, the resonance of the crystals, and the courage of the humans. Elias piloted a small shuttle, moving quickly among the fleet, using reflective crystals to confuse enemy sensors and redirect energy attacks. Mara coordinated with the crew on the ground, improvising barriers and decoys that forced the Harmony ships into traps. Seraphine channeled the planet's energy, amplifying it through the lakes and forests, creating a protective network that was both delicate and unbreakable. The humans' adaptability was on full display. Where the Harmony expected straightforward combat, they found ingenuity, unpredictability, and cooperation. Every move Elias made, every strategy the crew implemented relied not on brute force, but on understanding, creativity, and the willingness to act despite danger. The Harmony commander ship moved closer to the lake, but Elias anticipated its path. Using the shuttle, he placed another energy redirection device on its hull. The planet's energy surged, amplified by the crystals, striking the ship and forcing it to retreat. One by one, the remaining fleet faltered, unable to adapt to the combined forces of humans and Seraphine's people. As the battle reached its climax, Elias realized the true power of human spirit. The Harmony had strength, technology, and experience, but they lacked something humans had in abundance: the courage to face impossible odds, the creativity to turn weakness into advantage, and the hope that fueled every action. These qualities resonated through the valley, amplified by the planet itself, creating a force the Harmony could not overcome. Finally, the fleet withdrew, defeated and wary of the humans who had defied expectation. Elias landed the shuttle, breathing heavily but triumphant. The crew gathered around him, exhausted but proud. Humans had survived against overwhelming power, and they had done so not through destruction, but through ingenuity, courage, and cooperation. Seraphine approached, her expression radiant. "You have done more than protect my people. You have proven that humans, though fragile, can stand against the greatest forces in the galaxy. That is a gift beyond measure." Elias shook his head. "It was not just me. It was all of us, humans and your people, working together. We adapted, we acted, and we survived. That's what humans do." She smiled, delicate and thoughtful. "Yes, but your spirit, it carries hope, courage, and a spark the galaxy cannot ignore. Your people have earned a place among the stars, not as conquerors, but as guardians and innovators. That is something rare." Elias looked at the valley, feeling a deep connection to the world and its inhabitants. He understood now that humans were fragile, yes, but that fragility allowed them to see, to feel, and to act in ways stronger, more powerful beings could not. Humans could adapt, survive, and inspire hope. And hope, he realized, was the most powerful force in the universe. In the days that followed, preparations continued. Seraphine's civilization began to recover, their energy restored and their hope renewed. Humans worked alongside them, learning, teaching, and sharing their ingenuity. Together, they created a network of defenses, blending alien energy with human tactics, ensuring that the Harmony could never return with the same confidence. Elias spent time walking through the valley, observing the harmony between humans and the alien world. He saw his crew learning, adapting, and thriving. They were fragile, yes, but they were capable of greatness when they acted with courage and purpose. He realized that humanity's true strength was not in weapons or numbers, but in heart, in hope, and in the ability to act where others hesitated. Seraphine joined him one evening as the twin suns set, casting a warm, golden light across the valley. "You have changed more than my people," she said softly. "You have changed the way I see the universe. Humans are not weak. They are capable of hope, courage, and creation in ways my people had almost forgotten." Elias smiled. "We've always had that spark. Sometimes it takes the right challenge to show it, and sometimes we need allies to help us see it fully." She nodded. "Yes, and now we are allies. Together we can protect this world and show the galaxy that humans can rise to challenges no one expects. That is a gift beyond measure." As night fell, the valley glowed under the starlight. The rivers reflected the heavens, the crystals shimmered, and the floating mountains cast soft shadows. Elias felt a deep sense of calm. Humans had survived and they had proven themselves. The galaxy might be vast and dangerous, but now humanity had a place, a purpose, and a reputation as a species capable of courage, ingenuity, and hope. Seraphine whispered his name once more softly, like a song carried on the wind. And this time the stars seemed to respond. The light above shimmered, the rivers pulsed, and the crystals glowed brighter. Elias understood what she meant. Humans, fragile though they were, could inspire change. They could touch the stars not with destruction, but with hope, courage, and heart. Elias stood beside her, looking out at the horizon. Somewhere beyond the valley, beyond the nebula, the Harmony fleet lurked, but now it would think twice before underestimating humans again. He felt a connection to the galaxy that he had never known, a sense that humanity could survive, thrive, and inspire wherever it went. "This is only the beginning," he said quietly. "Yes," Seraphine replied, "but now the galaxy knows. Humans are fragile yet capable of wonders beyond imagination, and that is a force no one can ignore." Elias smiled, feeling the truth of her words deep in his chest. Humans were fragile, humans were small. But humans were capable of courage, ingenuity, and hope that could change the stars themselves. And somewhere in the silence of space, the whispers of human determination began to echo. And for the first time, Elias Kane realized that humanity was not just surviving, they were thriving, shaping the galaxy with their spirit, their heart, and their unyielding hope. The stars no longer seemed silent, they were listening. The alien princess whispered his name, and the stars went silent.